Emerus, what are you doing? Look at the sky. We are supposed to get more snow. Ah! Last weekend before, the family came out and we cleared out all of the plants that were here. We dumped out all of my pots that I had around this, and we have been mulching and using the dirt over here on the rhubarb and my front garden. I figured I'd come show you guys this before the snow comes, because then everything's going to be covered again. But the bunny fertilizing system that we have has mulched this area well, so that hopefully my rhubarb will be much bigger this year. I don't know if I'm keeping the tomato cages yet. I may get rid of those. I trimmed the gooseberry bush down, and there is some trash blowing over here. I will get that up. But we cleaned out this front garden here too. Once my lilies start coming up, I am going to transplant them to the back side of this, right at the grass area, so that I can plant my peppers up at the front part, and move things around. My poppy's already coming up. She's 2 years old now. She's already coming up. This is mostly marigolds out here and lilies, but I've already got them coming up. This is what's left of the buckets, pots and things. I had two friends come through and rehome a lot of them. This is what was my tomato garden last year, so I'm going to keep it out here for this year too. So I cut back my Russian sage. I have to dig up one of the babies right here, and there's another baby right there. So we just got to kind of get this wood shavings and the bunny poo working a little bit more, till it in just a little bit, and then I'm going to put some fresh topsoil on top. We got cattle panels, so I just need to get the T-posts so that we can get them up. This lilac tree has a baby on this side, or two, so I'm going to dig them up and try moving them to the backyard, and then this is going to be just my tomatoes. I had tomatoes, sunflowers, and peppers all here last year, and it was too much. And I've got a rogue, this looks like a tulip. I don't know how the heck that even got over there. That's funny. So, yeah, this is going to be covered in snow. It's supposed to start at midnight and go all day tomorrow. So everything is going to be covered. This stinks. I get out here and do a little bit, and then it gets completely undone with weather. I got to get my school teaching totes back inside. We are on halt for the coronavirus, and so I am doing video classes for my kiddos. And so now all my teaching stuff is crammed into my tiny house, and currently right here in the front yard until I get it moved inside tonight. I'll take you out back real quick so I can show you the raised beds my husband made for me, and show you guys that. Okay, so we, oh thanks guys, peeing on my dirt. Okay, so we got a few bags of garden soil that I could put back here into the new beds that my husband just made for me. He rearranged all of these. In my previous videos, we had tall panels going up here, and he put them all short. And then he extended the chicken coop out, so the bunny hutch was right here, and then the coop was right in line with the cat house. So he gave them more space, because right now they've been free ranging all winter, but now that stuff is starting to come up, I've got to stop them from coming out here and eating my stuff. So those are the small raised beds my husband made for me, and I'm going to move them up against the fence there. We've pretty much cleaned out the rest of the junk in the yard. This is what's left of the pile of wood that we need to get rid of and stuff. And then we have some on the side of the house there. And then we have all the branches that he trimmed down that we got to get out. So hopefully in the next week or so, we can tackle doing that. Einstein has officially integrated with the girls. He does not stay outside all day because he is a house chicken. But for a few hours during the day, we let him come out here with the girls. And so he has been doing a good job taking care of them. He thinks he's hot stuff. He dances around them. And he is just happy as can be now that he can be out here with them. So hopefully in the next year or two, we'll be able to get out into a real piece of property where they can run more free. But we'll see. Temperature is dropping quick. So the ducks are doing good. I'm barefoot, otherwise I would take you guys over there. We did get a new run for Stewie, the cat that we just adopted from the neighbors. He's bad. He has not been doing well to transition to being just an indoor cat. So we've been putting him on a harness out here, and it helps a little bit, but he's a stinker. So my bulbs are starting to come up. If you see this in here, my bulbs are starting to come up. My garlic is coming up. The garlic is there in front of them. And the inside seedlings are doing fantastic. So one more month of this crappy weather, maybe a month and a half. Possibly two, because last year we had April, May, and into June, first couple weeks of June, where we were still getting snow. So hopefully it's not that way this year, but we will see what happens. I started everything early in the hopes that maybe I can sell some of it so that it helps other people. I'll sell it really cheap, of course, because I did it mostly for the love of gardening. But if I can recoup cost of dirt and cups and things like that, then I will definitely, do that. But that way people can, do their own gardening. And I am going to cram this space filled with plants and mulch and all that fun stuff. So the birds have been doing a fantastic job tilling everything up. The bunnies have been doing a fantastic job making fertilizer, and so that's where we're at. So here's the tower. There is much greenage in it. It is growing well. I don't know if this stuff is going to make it, to big enough that it actually does much for us or anything, but it was just an experiment just to see if it would germinate, and it did. My potatoes are ready to go outside. We're working on it. Here are all the seedlings. These are all the tomatoes that I have already separated out and up-planted. They're getting new leaves. I had given a little bit of fertilizer water and it turned them yellow. There was just a little bit left from doing my houseplants, and I thought it would be okay, but it was too strong. So the first leaves are kind of yellow, but the next secondary leaves that are coming out are looking okay. So I think they're going to be okay. But yeah, that's all tomatoes, and I've got my nasturtiums, and you name it. Those are the zinnias back there, and more tomatoes down here. I'm getting ready to start my gourds and squashes. That's borage right there. I think that one is my cabbage. Dill. I mean, everything is popping up. Ooh. What is this one? Is this my sage? That's my sage. I got quite a few of those guys. When I watered them the day before yesterday, I only had one. So they're popping up. Oh, everybody is growing. I've got babies everywhere. Those are the onions back there. They're starting to do really well. So, yeah, it's full. That's my spinach. The artichokes. I almost killed them. They got too dry. They were on a heating pad, and I thought I had moved them off, and so they got super dry. Those are my hollyhocks, my petunias, and my straw flowers. And then this is the peppers and eggplants all in here. These guys are going to be the gourds. The rest of my peppers down there, and the rest of my tomatoes down there. So I still got a bunch of seeds out that I need to do. I've got fans set up here, here, and here to kind of keep blowing on everybody. We added a couple more lights. I had all my stuff stored down here, and I actually moved it out. I'll put it into the garage when I'm done. Right now it's just sitting here, but so that I can move the plants around. Once it's germinated, I take them off the heat mats, and then I just kind of move them around so that they can get the light from the patio coming in, and sometimes being close to the fans and whatever. So I turned the fans off because I was doing a video for class and it was so loud. But yeah, everything is doing really good. So I am going to be overrun here very soon with babies everywhere. But that's okay, because like I said, if I can pass them on and really get a lot of flowers in the yard this year so we get pollinators and stuff, I'm okay with that. So we'll see what happens. It's keeping me busy with this shutdown. So between the gardening and my art stuff and homeschooling my own kids, and of course taking care of our own zoo, we have no shortage of stuff to keep us going. And now we're going to start trying to bake bread and cornbread and things like that too, because I haven't been able to get that at the grocery stores. So yeah, we are doing well and looking forward to this break and enjoying our family time. We'll be playing a lot more games, so can't wait to share them with you guys. So that's pretty much it. That's the update. Babies everywhere, plants growing. When I water everybody, I'll do a plant by plant show so you guys can see what's come up and what's growing and what it looks like and stuff. But I'm not going to tackle that until probably tomorrow. I'm already fried from trying to get toilet paper today and videoing classes and taking groceries to a family we care about, checking on my godpop, checking on my mom and dad, running my mom to the store. So I'm wore out. I'm gonna sit on the couch with a heating pad and possibly paint for the rest of the night while I'm watching Survivor reruns or Netflix of some sort. So stay safe, guys. Enjoy this time. Take deep breaths. Turn off the news. Put something uplifting or happy on, or listen to an audiobook. And day by day. I will see you soon. This is Christina with the Geocache family. We'll see you next time.